amazing day. 13 months ago, Brian and I received probably one of the worst pieces of news parents could receive about their child. We were told that Christopher, our healthy, vibrant 9-year-old son, had a brain tumor. 4 days later, his tumor was successfully removed, but we were hit with more bad news. The tumor was malignant. The type of cancer Christopher had is called medulloblastoma. 11 months ago, Christopher finished his radiation therapy at Mass General in Boston, Bo Sox territory, where he proudly wore his Yankees blue and pinstripes. Woo! 9 months ago, in early December, Christopher began chemo at New York Presbyterian, but each round proved to be ineffective against his very aggressive form of cancer. 6 months ago, on March 31st, Christopher lost his battle. To honor his bravery and courage and continue the fight he so valiantly fought, we established the Christopher Brandel Joy of Life Foundation in April. Those of you who knew Christopher know exactly why we chose this name. He truly had a joy for life. 4 months ago, we decided to plan the foundation's first event. We knew there were several criteria that had to be met. It had to be an event that Christopher would have loved attending. It had to be a family event, and it had to be here in Oakland, our town that has been so supportive over the last year. I can picture Christopher running around from game to game, belly laughing as he knocked people, especially his teachers, in the dunk tank, celebrating as he tossed the football through the target, and high-fiving as he whacked the ball and scored in the hockey shootout. I can picture him eating cheeseburgers and hanging out with his crew, listening to the band. Our hope today is that each of you is enjoying your day as Christopher would have. This day wouldn't have happened without the undying support, help, and love of so many incredible people. We would like to thank the Foundation's board and trustees, Lynn Allen, Pam Geisen, and Jim O'Connor, whose tireless dedication in seeking sponsors, arranging the t-shirts, obtaining donations, and sharing their creative talents are so immensely appreciated. Thank you to Tim Sorbinelli, who kindly donated his DJing skills. Thank you to Steve Brown and the Fallout. Thank you to our family and friends whose help and support have been immeasurable, especially Michelle Osterloff and Kathleen Thine for arranging our many volunteers, Lynn Tanner and Sue Ellen Henneberry for managing our games, Nicole Duno for overseeing the crafts, and John Duno for all his physical labor. Thank you to the many of you who volunteered your time today. Thank you to our sponsors, who Brian will recognize in a minute, but especially in Sarah Shoprite, who graciously donated the majority of our food and beverages today. Finally, thanks to our guardian angel, Christopher, who taught us to face each day with courage and dignity, and who inspires us to grow our foundation into something big, with the hope that we can help to one day find a cure for and advance the treatment of pediatric brain cancer. Thank you all so very much for helping us achieve this goal today.
I don't actually have a lot to add to Mary's comments, but the first thing I'll say is that Christopher is definitely smiling down on all of us right now. Our foundation was created to honor Christopher's memory, courage, and spirit, but to also make an impact and a real difference. It's simply unacceptable to me that so little is known about the disease that took Chris from us. Medical science can give no definitive reason why pediatric brain tumors occur and how to effectively treat them. Our foundation's mission is to help advance research into this disease and ultimately assist in finding a cure, and to also help families who may be struggling financially with the cost of caring for a child stricken with brain cancer. I promise each and every one of you here today that the money we raise by our foundation at this event and in the future will be used for these two purposes. Now I'd like to thank the sponsors that made this day possible. I'd first like to thank the Bergen County Sheriff's Department for all the great equipment and all the things we see back there. They're really cool. You should check them out. They're really neat. It's really neat stuff. I'd like to thank, in order here, the Mawa Automotive Center, Diamond Construction, the Beverly Hills Hand Car Wash, the Shager Group, Check 'em Out Security Services, Prestige Party Rental, who donated this tent here, Party Fair in Ramsey, the Meadowlands Chamber of Commerce, Franklin Lake Stop and Shop, WCBS Radio, Care One at the Cupola, Allendale Glen Estates, Home Care 24/7, J. Fletcher Creamer and Sons Contractors. As Mary mentioned, the Insera Supermarkets and Ramsey ShopRite, who donated the majority of the food we have today. It was a tremendous help. Oakland PBA Local 164, the Fiorina family, Stephen Orenchuk, the Knights of Columbus, who donated their grill, their coolers, and a lot of their manpower to help us cook today. The Tynes family, Jersey Commercial Carpet, Dave and Sarah Adelson, Harry and Jane Mansman, and Cicero Designs, who helped us design a tremendous website. Take a look at it when you have a chance. With that being said, let's turn it over to the band and rock.